Durag Wisdom, once again. 6 days since the coup d'etat. And I call it a coup d'etat because, as we all know, the FBI, in collusion with WikiLeaks, the Russians, and gerrymandering, that's right, Citizens United, all this dark money conspired to rig our elections and to enable us to experience for the first time in our democratic republic the potential damaging effects of an authoritarian dictator in waiting. But I want you all to know something. This is very important. And right now I'm speaking off the cuff, so I'm sorry about the occasional gaffe in words or whatever. Sometimes I laugh at what I sometimes say here, mistaken words I may use. That slime ball, that bully, that obnoxious clown. Sorry, clowns. I love clowns, but not that one. He's the clown from It. He's the evil clown. You know, the clowns from, evil clowns from outer space. I don't know which one. Worse. He did not win the election, the popular vote. He won the electoral vote. People don't realize it. Hillary Clinton won by 400,000 or so of the popular vote. Why we don't have a popular vote in this country? You want to know why? I mean, I may be wrong about this. I mean, I looked it up on the internet. You know how accurate and how the internet can be, right, folks? Well, the Electoral College was founded, for the most part, to satisfy the southern states. I mean, people say, well, you know, the Electoral College, you know, represents this and that, and the amount of senators you have, and make it even so that people, you know, the smaller states can have a fair shake, stuff like that. Nah, man. The key word here is Southern. And at that time, and what were the Southerners doing, including one of our founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson? They were owning human beings. They were owning people. You understand? They were owning people. Slavery. The lowest scum of the earth. Slave owners. All right, so what did they do? That's what they did. They wanted to make sure that when the elections came, in this, you know, to turn electoral vote, how are you going to count the slaves? So they, you know, the South wanted to be in control as much as possible. They wanted to make sure that they had a total mandate over how the country lived. And basically what they did was they made this thing, I think it was called the 3/5 Compromise, where they had the freaking nerve of making human beings, 100% human beings, 3/5 of a person. Your slave is 3/5 of a person, you white stinking piece of shit. Oh, great! Oh, I'm so happy! Oh, yeah! And you could take your 3/5 person, you had like 100 slaves on your plantation, and then you could like count them as part of your vote. Now remember, these people couldn't vote for anything. They couldn't vote for jack shit. Because they were busy working and slaving and being whipped and abused and raped and robbed. Their kids being taken away from them. What kind of shit is that? And anybody who supports the Electoral College, believe it or not, that's just going back to the slave days. So you see, the slave master could suck in these people, the 3/5 people now, quote unquote, as part of his vote. So that's where your Electoral College comes from, or most of it comes from, and it should be eliminated immediately. Eliminated! I'm talking about wiped off the planet. Because in this country, this is not a true democracy, it's a democratic republic. You got to remember that. So in this situation, what's happening is Again, in the system we have now, when you're voting for someone, you're not voting for the person, you're voting for their electors, whoever they are. Now, there are forces at work in this country, there's always been forces at work in this country for backwards, totalitarianism, oligarchy, always. And the fight for full freedom in this country has to be won day after day after day, because the bully that people like this Trump scumbag represent, you beat them down once, you're going to have to beat them down again and again and again. And you've seen in the history of our country many times, there were times when workers didn't have rights in this country. Schools were segregated, all kinds of crap. You had people, they couldn't even drink out of the same drinking fountain, eat in the same restaurant. What kind of crap? More about that later, the origins of that crap. But I want you all to know the point of this is, the monster, does not have a mandate. He did not win the popular vote. He does not have a mandate. So what does that mean? That means you have a right, as we do in this country, to go out and protest. Everything this scumbag tries to do, and believe me, they are going to try to do it. And there's only a few people in this country, okay? The ones that didn't win, that want his agenda. And remember, she won the popular vote by 400,000 votes. So you have a right to go out every time this bastard tries to do something with his crew of slime. And this is what you do. You peaceful protests, support all the organizations you can, get in his face, because he hates that. I want you to know that egomaniac, that autocrat, that narcissistic psychopath hates when he knows that people despise him. So you've got to be in his face every step of the way. Because, again, because of this racist electoral college, that's why he's in. Because of that, remember that. You have a mandate too. He is not president, according to the popular vote. And that's the vote I recognize. I'm a no bullshit person. I only recognize the popular vote. And the popular vote said that Hillary Clinton, damn her or not, won this last election, and I will never call that bastard president the one that, through the racist electoral college, won. Okay? And I will do everything in my power. If I have to hide people, I hope my wife will kill me. I will hide people. I will take advantage of my Second Amendment rights and buy ammunition to protect myself in my home in case violent thugs come to my home, because remember, I take these people at their word. And when they say, get rid of them, as Trump said, in the old days we used to be able to get rid of them. Yeah, we used to be able to stomp them. Yeah, throw them out like that cowboy hat and wearing, and I love wearing cowboy hats, but that stupid asshole who cold-cocked that black guy at that convention, remember that? Well, that's the kind of shit that elected our president in the racist, plantation-inspired, white slavery electoral college. So remember, feel free, protest. You have a mandate too. Because more than half of this country supported her in the popular vote. So don't have despair. Don't want to kill yourself like I want to do. Can't do it anyways. I'm a coward and I have too many responsibilities to my wife and my cats. And to you folks out there, the people that want to save their country, you have a mandate too. Remember that. she won the popular vote. Get out there, be in his face, be angry, protest. 1 million people protesting people in the streets the day that scum is inaugurated. I'll donate anything I can to help. I'll do these broadcasts. I'll write. I'll be in his face. Because I want to make that slime a one-term nightmare. Durag Wisdom, please watch this space.